Hello and welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about something. You guys have enjoyed this series on the history of the different quilt patterns, or at least that's what you're telling me. I'm getting notifications and messages and texts saying I've enjoyed this or I've enjoyed that, and thank you for sharing it. Well, it's as much fun for me researching it as it is for you guys hearing it and learning it, because I'm learning it as well, and I didn't know a lot of these things. It's good to learn. So today, instead of the history of a specific quilt pattern, I wanted to talk to you about the history of quilting in general. That's a little bit different, but that's what we're going to do. What I have found is that it started in the 15th century in Sweden, and it was mainly for the wealthy and found in their homes and their churches. It wasn't for just the general public, it was just for the wealthy. They were heavily stitched and appliqued quilts, and they were for protection as well as insulation. They were made of silk, wool, and felt, much unlike ours today, which are typically made of 100% cotton. So they made them from silk, wool, and felt. They were functional and decorative. In days gone by, when they used leftover fabrics from somebody's shirt or somebody's apron or a feed sack, those kind of things, that's what they used, and they typically did strips or squares or pieces of them to make a larger quilt, because that's what they had and they're using what they have, which is a great thing to do. That's one of the reasons why I love scrappy quilts. I love taking the little pieces that the normal person will just throw away. Therefore, I'm not normal, because I'm not throwing them away. I'm going to use them and do a quilt. I have fun doing that. But I also have fun making decorative quilts like these behind us on the wall. That's not the quilts from the days gone by, because they weren't that decorative. But now they've turned into artwork, different pieces of art. We still do some of the piecing together of quilts from pieces that we had, other than just scrappy quilts like I talked about, like I like so well. We do T-shirt quilts. That's basically what that is. It's somebody's old shirts that we've turned into a memory as a quilt, or somebody that's passed on and we've taken their clothes and made a quilt out of that as a memory quilt. That's another great way to preserve memories from that person. And we do a lot of those. So there's different kinds of quilting, there's different techniques. But it did start in the 15th century in Sweden, is what I read. Now, if you guys know of something different, if you know of a different way that you found out that it started, a different place, a different time, a different technique, put it in the comments below, because I'm learning as much as you guys are learning, and I would like to learn that as well. But I also want to talk to you about the difference in fabrics. Now, there's a store in just about every town, and I'm not going to call it by name. I'm just going to call it the W store. We all know what I'm talking about. They have fabric. And while I'm not saying their fabric is bad, their fabric is different. And then there's a place that starts with H. And their fabric is great. But there's different levels of fabric. You start with the W store. For certain things, that fabric is fine. But if you're making a quilt that you want to last years and years on, that's not where I would start with fabric. And the H store, it does have good fabric, but it's still not quilt quality fabric. It's not quilt store quality. Before I started quilting, I didn't know there was a difference in fabric. I really didn't. And a lot of people don't. But there is. If you start using one, and then you move to another, and then you move to another, as in levels, as in W store, H store, and a quilt shop, you will tell the difference in the fabrics. There is a lot of difference in the fabrics. It lasts longer, it's better quality, it stitches together better. I could go on and on as to why it's different. But if you're doing something that you don't care if it lasts for years to come, then those other fabrics are fine. I'm not saying they're bad. In certain circumstances, they're fine. But in a normal quilt that you want to last for years and years and hand down to your kids and grandkids, you want to use the good quality fabrics. They'll stand up longer, they'll look better, they'll be crisper. They're just great overall. So That's my tip of the day. And you knew somewhere in this video I was going to put this out there. And 99% of you know what I'm about to say. Hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel. It makes us happy to see those new subscriptions and those new likes because it pushes us to do more. So like and subscribe. We would be much appreciative. March 18th is National Quilting Day. That is a day to unite quilters and shops, quilt shops, and celebrates quilting around the world. So it's a way to unite the quilters to the shops as well as quilters to other quilters. Well, we have our own day. What more could we ask for? We have National Quilting Day, March 18th. So in honor of that, we will have a sale in the store. Everything in the store will be on sale that day. So come on by and check us out, see what we've got, learn different notions that are out there that you didn't know were out there that'll help you along the way in your quilting experience and make things easier for you in the long run. And check out the fabrics. We have fabrics coming in several times a week. So we have a big shipment coming in tomorrow. So y'all come check us out. Check out and see what we've got. Like and subscribe. And until next time, happy quilting.